Da, 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 da.
Greetings, fellow test subjects. Test subject 1337 here for Aperture Gaming. They make it, we test it, you play it. And now it is time to blow off some steam, as Aperture Gaming is proud to present a B.O.S. review. Now, the game that we are reviewing today is Quit Today. A game about where you are a dollar jockey working in a unsatisfying job, and well, basically, have you ever felt like you're the only human and you are working for robots in your company and you hated your job so much you wanted to leave it? Well, then this game is for you. So let's get into the review, shall we?
Series.
Like I said, the name of the game is Quit Today. I don't think it's a sequel, prequel, or in-between-quel of anything. But it reminds me of another title, I swear, so I'll be right there in a moment.
Team.
This game was developed, I apologize if I butcher this, but it was developed by Yocon Co. Ltd. and it was published by Just Dan International Co. Ltd. I apologize if I mispronounced anything.
Plot.
You wake up one day in your apartment, you feed your dog, and you go into work. And it is an office building where there's like maybe a handful of humans, but everyone else is a robot. Suddenly, a bunch of people say, "Congratulations on quitting." And you're like, "What? I'm not quitting." But then the robots start attacking you, trying to beat the snot out of you. Because the premise is that we can't fire you because otherwise it'd be too expensive. So it's just easier to say that you're quitting and then have your fellow robotic employees beat you up. So your job is to fight through the masses because you weren't going to quit before, but you are going to quit now. Stick it to the ungrateful people who are bleeding you dry because you happen to be a human. So,
Gameplay controls.
The gameplay is how you move. It's a 2D combat environment. You move left, right. You can jump. You can block. Here's what you move. You have to. And it's a fighting game. So like you have to take on swarms of robots. First you have like the regular employees, then you get the older, more experienced employees, and you get the boss of that department. So it's basically fighting, and you have to fight through levels of the building in order to get in order to quit. Every once in a while you'll come to a store where you can heal yourself, or you can buy upgrades, and you can also unlock allies to help you in the middle of combat.
Graphics.
The game has an interesting look to it. It reminds me of the old-timey fighting games where, like, you have the characters in the foreground and then you have interesting things happening in the background. Now, the color palette for this game is very bland, very black and white and gray with maybe some other colors here and there. And the cool thing is how, for some reason, based on the fighting of the robots, this game almost reminds me of Beautiful Joe. But yeah, so it has a very distinct look to it.
Audio.
The audio is pretty good also. Like you have the elevator ding and the elevator music. You have the calming level of the stores, and then like when people are engaged in combat. The music is really good. There's no like real audio chatting between characters, but it does have a good music to help set the tone and stage for each location.
Multiplayer.
No, there is no multiplayer.
DLC.
I don't think I saw any DLC. But I can honestly say I could see DLC. I could see, oh boy, like maybe more floors, going to a different company and find out it also stank, or unlocking different allies, or I don't know, maybe a color upgrade feature for the game. I do see the potential for DLC, but I don't think there's any DLC currently.
Issues.
I think the game was designed for a handheld controller mind. While it does have you use the keyboard, it just wasn't feeling really natural. I think I'm gonna have to recode the keys to a certain thing, to the certain layout. Yeah, so yeah, and this being a combat game, you have to learn that. Also, when you're trying to eat health, you can be interrupted to get your health back, so you have to watch that. Also, if you try to pause the game to read the controls mid-combat, it doesn't acknowledge that. So the game still fights you. So the game could be a little unruly difficult at some points. But yeah, like I said, I think it was definitely made for a controller in mind. Also, if you Also, if you're stuck on a floor, you are stuck there. You have to go through that floor before you can go into the next part of the game, which would be very annoying.
Buy, rent, or pass.
Despite its annoyances, I do find the game entertaining. It has a very unique look to it, and I do like the story that I've played so far, and the fact that you can unlock people to help you in combat, and after every level, you seem to be able to unlock a new ability, like do you want more health, or do you want to deal more damage, or do you want to get more money, or do you want to have your friend summon thing be faster. But yeah, I'd say this game is a definitive buy.
Overall score.
Yeah, so I do like this game. Yes, granted, it is a little weird playing it on the keyboard layout when I think it was designed for a controller. But it takes a little bit of learning, but eventually you get used to it. Also, I kind of wish they fleshed out a little more colors. I mean, I appreciate and understand the idea of the black and white and gray office with the robots and whatnot, but maybe a little more variety in the color palettes. We get some in like some areas, but a little more won't hurt. I do like the game, it just needs a few tweaks here and there. So we here at Aperture Gaming, we give Quit Today a solid 9 out of 10. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode. We thank you for watching. This has been Aperture Gaming, and we are glad that you got a chance to blow off some steam with us by watching this B.O.S. review. Until next time, game on, and have a nice day.